What's good with y'all boys, man? We back in another One Piece video today, bro. Yes, you see today, we not finna be talking about something real hype like Loki or Loki versus Shanks or anything like that, bro. We finna be talking about this bum-ass nigga. This seemingly useless-ass nigga since Dressrosa. My nigga Usopp. I don't even know why I'm calling him my nigga, bro, because if you know me, I don't really fuck with Usopp. But anyway, we'll talk about that later in the video. But you see by the title, bro, in the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about, will Elbaf be Usopp's moment, bro? What will Usopp do in Elbaf? With all this other stuff going on right now, we're on break week. I just talked about Shanks versus Loki and all that. I figured I should finally talk about Usopp because I've been wanting to do like a little video talking about him and what he could have in store for this arc. But as y'all know, I've been gone throughout a decent amount of this arc and I'm just now coming back. So with this break week popping up right now, I feel like this is a good time to talk about Usopp and what he could potentially do. So let's get straight into it. Now, for one, we need to start from the origin of this shit. Now, ever since Little Garden and Usopp's interaction with the Giants, everyone in One Piece has always assumed Elbaf would be Usopp's arc. So that's where this stems from. This is not a random thing, just coming to assumption by the community, like how it was with Frankie in Egghead. Like when Frankie touched down to Egghead, that was like a community assumption that Frankie would get something this arc. That was never really set up in the story. Some could argue it kind of was, but this Usopp doing something in Elbaf shit was way more set up than something like Frankie getting something on the Egghead, to be honest, in my opinion, right? And I feel like that's where the real problem is coming in at, because I don't know how many chapters were in Elbaf. I'm not even gonna go back and count that shit, to be honest. But I would say we're a decent amount of chapters in Elbaf. Clearly, none of us knows how much longer this arc would be. But in my opinion, just looking at the arc currently, at its current chapter 1174, I believe, right? Is that what the fuck we're on? I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, bro, we're on 1174. My fault if my info's all over the place, bro. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. But yeah, bro, currently on 1174, I see nothing for Usopp to really do that can be a quote-unquote moment for him on Elbaf again. Now, everyone is always throwing out all the possibilities. Oh, when he gets to Elbaf, he's gonna lift Mjolnir. He's gonna do this, that, and the third. My nigga, clearly he's not getting Mjolnir no more. That is Loki's hammer. Come on, bro. We all know at this point Usopp is not touching that gang. Like, come on, bro. There doesn't seem to be any other like mythical weapon on Elbaf for Usopp to acquire, or any type of devil fruit his weapon can eat that he's gonna seemingly get. So my question is, what does this nigga do? What is he here for? What is he going to do? Now, we have multiple options, right? The most likely option for Usopp to do anything this arc is for him to have some hand in taking out the nightmare monsters. At least that's what most people thought. But with this most recent chapter, it seems like Loki is about to fry all these nightmare creatures, right? Because fuck this dragon panel. Even before this, we saw him fucking up the little Draugr skeleton brook looking thing with one shot. And after that, he instantly started coming to the heaven realm or someone, wherever the fuck Emu and him at. He came up there instantly and flew up there on dragon form, bro. And now he's so huge in dragon form to where he's literally eclipsing them giant ass creatures and knocking them over by just flying through them. So what the fuck do we need Usopp to deal with these niggas for to disrupt Killingham's ability, my nigga, quote unquote, right? Because that's what everybody swore he was gonna do. Everybody swore he was gonna come in here and if he was gonna do anything, he was gonna disrupt the ability, similar to how he disrupted Piranha's abilities and Thriller Bark. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, at this point with Loki coming in like this, Usopp, we're good, bro. We don't need that shit. We don't need that shit, nigga. So my question is, what can Usopp do? What is he going to do? What does Oda have planned for this nigga, bro? And I want y'all to comment that down below. Y'all don't even gotta wait till the end of the video. Do it right now whenever you got a comment you want. Because I'm genuinely curious for any Usopp fans watching this video, how. And I will be letting y'all know, if Elbaf ends and Usopp don't do jack shit, expect the same type of rant video I did on that nigga useless Captain Mid. Oh my fucking god. If you don't know, that's probably one of my favorite videos I've recorded on this channel, just because I do not like useless Captain Mid. And that's probably one of my favorite videos just because it was funny as fuck to actually make. But you know what I'm saying? If you ain't watched that video, go watch that on this channel. But yeah, bro, this nigga Usopp, I have no clue what he's gonna do, bro. I can't even sit here and try to fathom to y'all some type of bullshit he could potentially do, because he's not gonna fucking help beat Emu. That's clearly something Brook is gonna do with his music to snap Gumko out of Emu's control or something like that. So that's ruled out. The giant nightmare creatures, I'd say that's like a 70% chance rule out, 30-40% chance maybe he could come in there and Loki doesn't fuck them all up and finish them off. But other than those two things, what you gonna tell me Usopp gonna do this arc, bro? Okay, other than that, people thought Usopp maybe could have a moment where he's rallying the Giants and convincing the Giants to get up and fight for something or do something. Y'all rule just did that shit these past couple chapters, bro. And when he was declaring that they're gonna fight against the government. Now, some could argue maybe the Giants have another moment of weakness throughout the arc and Usopp comes in to uplift them. Even if he does get that, right? Is that enough? Is that enough, bro? That's my question. I ain't gonna lie. Now we're getting to the real good question of hypotheticals. Is that enough? Even if, let's say, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna talk about this more in my prediction video, which is gonna be the next video that drops after this. Something bad is probably going to end up happening because everything's been going a little too good on Elbaf for the Straw Hats. Loki's looking too OP right now. Something crazy is going to have to happen to flip the shit in the government's favor to make this arc feel like a real threat, I would assume. Unless this is going to be one of those arcs where we just kind of get up out of there with no real problem. But I don't know, bro. We'll just have to see about that. But it can be assumed something bad is going to happen to where we have to have real fights this arc, right? Like I said, the only matchup it seemed like Usopp was going to have was killing Cam and his little devil fruit ability thing. That's gone. If he does have a moment to rally the Giants and, like, you know, reignite their fire to fight, reignite their passion and all that mid-battle after, like, going through some bullshit with Emu or whatever, is that enough, bro? Like, what is he gonna do? He gonna pull a Dressrosa and they're gonna be like, oh my god, what they call that nigga, God, yeah, God, they gonna call him what? They gonna be like, oh my god, God Usopp is here to fucking save us, but let's rally the fuck up and lock back in. But that's not Usopp doing jack shit. That's not him doing anything. I don't give a fuck if this nigga has a good speech to get them niggas locked the fuck in. Usopp has been pussy for over 1,700 chapters. Usopp hasn't done shit since Dressrosa. Nigga, that's like no, that's not even 600 chapters. Holy shit. Nigga, that's like 700-800 chapters from now, bro. It's been there, bro. It's probably been down there like 7 years. Bro, how long has it been since Dressrosa, bro? My nigga, I just looked it up. The Dressrosa manga arc started in like 2013, 2014. Nigga, it is 2026. Usopp, it's been a whole fucking decade, gang, and you ain't did shit. Nigga, the last time you genuinely done something and had a moment in the story, Obama was still president, my nigga. What the fuck are we doing, Usopp? Like, really? And I ain't even gonna lie, Oda, this is kinda on you too, bro. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like Usopp supposed to be this goated, amazing, tough-ass character, because he's supposed to be a bitch. He's supposed to be a realistic-ass character who people can relate with for being scared and all that shit. But, bro, this nigga is trash. He is, I'm getting my rant bag a little bit right now, because it's genuinely like, I've talked about what he can do, like what he could potentially do this arc, which is damn near nothing at this point, because once again, he doesn't have the power to do anything unless you give him another like future sight moment or something like that. But even then, you just gonna be ripping off what did in Dressrosa. So it's like, is that really even okay? You know what I'm saying? We've already seen him unlock future sight or do the little observation hockey shit to save Luffy. So what the fuck, you gonna do the same thing now? No. And then, all right, what you gonna do? Let's just say you do have him unlock future sight for a quick second. You gonna sit here and tell me Usopp got that shit, but Sanji don't? Come on, get the fuck out of here, gang. I know niggas gonna be like, oh, we had a moment of Dressrosa, Usopp's a sniper. I don't give a fuck, bro. There's no way in hell I want to sit here and read a panel or read a chapter where Usopp is getting future sight before Sanji does. I'm sorry, that doesn't make it. I'm sorry, like that genuinely just sounds ass to me. No bullshit. I know some nigga in the comments might argue and be like, nah, but that's been set up more than Sanji shit. But I ain't gonna lie, that just doesn't need to happen. We don't need that before Sanji actually uses that. When we've seen outside of like Luffy aside here, we don't include Luffy in these talks. Outside of Luffy, it seems as if Sanji and Usopp are the most specified and focused on in that type of hockey on our crew, but niggas will still assume Sanji has better observation hockey than Usopp. Does he not? I don't know how y'all niggas think about that. Let me know in the comment section below. And then that's another thing, bro. At least Sanji can use this shit at will, we would assume, even if he had it. Usopp, nigga, all this shit is just coming out mid-fight or on accident. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, Usopp is genuinely a bum, in my honest opinion. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. The only thing, in my opinion, that will ever make me respect and or like Usopp or feel for the character is if he sacrifices himself. I'm not gonna lie. I've been saying this for years. Before I've been making YouTube videos, when I just talk to regular people I know IRL about One Piece and Usopp comes up, I say, bro, If he not sacrificing himself versus even more Blackbeard, fuck him. Cause honestly, what does this nigga do? What is he here for? I ain't gonna lie, he doesn't even provide good. I ain't gonna lie, Usopp don't even be doing anything no more. He don't even be in the panels for real no more. Like, bro, there has been no focus on him. On Egghead, what the fuck did this nigga do? On Elbaf so far, all he's done is get fucking drunk. What was before fucking Egghead, bro? Wano, what did he do in Wano? He didn't do anything. Nigga, in Wano, he was telling Nami to give up and just lie and say, nah, Luffy not gonna be Pirate King when they was fighting them little zone motherfuckers, bro. What the fuck is we talking about, gang? Like, come on. But anyway, I don't know, bro. This not really gonna be too long of a video. I just wanted to just kind of discuss Usopp real quick, man. Like I said, I don't really care about the character, but I would like the character to not just feel like a useless ass bastard. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I cannot like certain characters in One Piece, but acknowledge how they're useful to the story at least. Like, for example, I dislike the shit out of Kid. I ain't gonna like, yeah, I do dislike the shit out of the Kid, but at least I can say, nah, that nigga is kind of useless. Cause what has he done, bro? He's just been a hype tool for Shanks and he helped Lobby Big Mom. Like, that nigga is kind of useless. But y'all get the premise I'm trying to say here, bro. Just because you're not my favorite character doesn't mean I have to dislike you in One Piece. There are so many characters in One Piece I cannot care about you, but still respect that you are a good character and you have aspects about your character that are good for the story. What does Usopp have that's good for the fucking story, bro? Nothing. I feel like now, back then, pre-time skip, it was acceptable. But I've been watching and reading One Piece since like, okay, I've been reading One Piece since like Wano for real in the manga. But I started watching it like a couple years ago. Besides, just a little sum of backstory on how I've seen Usopp change, right? Back when Wano was going on, I saw the hope was still kind of alive for this nigga whenever Elbaf got here. The more and more the manga's gone on the past 2-3 years, bro, I've been seeing that shit go down and down and down and down. And I'm not seeing it go up anytime soon, bro. But yeah, my Usopp fans, if any of y'all even exist, comment on this video. Let me know how y'all feel about this nigga. If you're not an Usopp fan and you a semi-Usopp hater like myself, let me know how you feel. If you are indifferent about this nigga and don't really give a fuck, still, let me know how you feel about him. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think he's ever going to have a moment? If y'all do think he will get a moment, what do y'all think that moment could potentially be that could even amount to anything half decent this arc? Because honestly, in my opinion, with all the shit this arc, I don't know if he'll have a moment better than Brook blocking Emu's shield. I mean, than Brook blocking Gunko's attack. No bullshit.